Hashtag the car payment trap that's keeping you poor. Have you ever noticed something strange? Two people earn the exact same salary. They both get paid on Friday. They both dream of becoming financially free. 5 years later, one person has a growing investment portfolio, a healthy emergency fund, and the freedom to choose how they live. The other is still counting the days until payday. What happened? Did one of them get lucky? Did one secretly earn more money? Not necessarily. Sometimes, the biggest difference isn't how much money you make, it's what you drive. That might sound ridiculous. After all, a car is just transportation, right? But what if I told you that one monthly payment could quietly steal hundreds of thousands of dollars from your future? Not because the payment is huge, but because of what that money could have become instead. This is the car payment trap, and millions of people fall into it without ever realizing it. Let's see how. Imagine two friends. Alex and Ben are both 25 years old. Both earn $60,000 a year. Both want to become wealthy one day. One Saturday, they decide it's finally time to buy a car. Alex walks into a dealership and falls in love with a brand new SUV. The salesman smiles. "You deserve this. It's only $650 a month. Everyone finances their cars. It'll barely affect your budget." The monthly payment doesn't seem that scary. After all, Alex earns thousands every month, so he signs the papers. Ben also needs a car, but instead of buying new, he buys a reliable used car. It's not flashy. It doesn't turn heads. His monthly expenses stay much lower. Most people watching this probably know which decision sounds smarter. But here's the interesting part. Almost nobody feels that way in the moment. Why? Because our brains don't naturally think in total cost. We think in monthly payments. Dealerships understand this better than anyone. Notice how advertisements almost never say, "This car costs $45,000. Instead, they say, "Only $599 per month." Because once your brain focuses on the monthly number, the real price almost disappears. This is called payment thinking. It's one of the biggest psychological traps in personal finance. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this car?" people ask, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" Those are two completely different questions, and that tiny shift changes everything. Now let's fast forward. Alex enjoys the new car, the smell, the technology, the compliments. For a while it feels amazing, but something else happens. Insurance costs more, registration costs more, maintenance eventually costs more, fuel costs more. Every year the car becomes less valuable. In fact, many new cars lose a huge portion of their value within the first few years. Imagine buying a brand new phone for $1,000. The moment you walk out of the store, someone offers you only $700 for it. You'd probably think that's crazy. Yet that's exactly how depreciation works with many new cars. Except instead of losing a few $100s, you could lose thousands. The strange part? Most people don't notice. Because depreciation doesn't send you a bill. It happens silently, while you're busy making monthly payments. Now let's go back to Ben. His used car isn't exciting. Nobody stops to admire it. But every month, he has something Alex doesn't. Extra cash. Instead of sending hundreds of dollars to a lender, Ben invests that money. At first, it feels insignificant. A few $100s doesn't seem life-changing. But wealth isn't built in one giant moment. It's built through small decisions repeated over and over again. Think of planting a tree. The first year, it barely grows. The second year, still nothing impressive. But after enough time, the roots become stronger than anyone realized. Money works the same way, especially when investing enters the picture. Every dollar invested has a chance to earn more dollars. Those dollars then earn even more. Eventually, your money starts working harder than you do. That's one of the biggest differences between spending and investing. Spending ends the journey. Investing begins one. Now here's something that surprises many people. Buying an expensive car doesn't just cost the purchase price. It also costs every future opportunity that money could have created. Economists call this opportunity cost. Imagine someone hands you a seed. You can either eat it today or plant it and grow an entire orchard. Neither choice feels dramatic in the moment. But years later, the difference is enormous. Every unnecessary dollar spent today is a dollar that never gets the chance to grow tomorrow. That's why wealthy people often ask a different question. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" they ask, "What will this money become if I don't spend it?" That single question changes financial behavior. Another reason people overspend on cars is social pressure. Think about it. How often do people compare investment accounts? Almost never. But cars? Cars are visible. They're parked outside your house. They're posted on social media. They're symbols. Humans naturally seek status. Today, our brains still crave social approval. The only difference is that instead of showing off hunting skills, we show off purchases. A luxury car can make someone look successful, but looking wealthy and becoming wealthy are rarely the same thing. Many people spend years buying the appearance of success while quietly sacrificing actual financial freedom. Here's another interesting paradox. The moment you buy a nicer car, it quickly becomes normal. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. The excitement fades, the payment stays, the thrill lasts weeks, the loan lasts years. That's why constantly upgrading your lifestyle often fails to make you happier. Your expectations rise just as fast as your income. This is known as lifestyle inflation. You earn more, you spend more. Your financial situation barely changes. It's like running faster on a treadmill. You're working harder, but staying in the same place. Now, this doesn't mean cars are bad. Cars are useful. Reliable transportation can improve your quality of life. The goal isn't to buy the cheapest car possible. The goal is to make sure your car supports your financial future instead of controlling it. Ask yourself 3 simple questions before buying a car. Second, if this payment disappeared tomorrow, what would I do with that money? Would I invest it, build an emergency fund, pay off debt, or simply spend it somewhere else? Third, will this purchase move me closer to financial freedom or further away? These questions force you to think beyond the monthly payment. They help you focus on long-term wealth instead of short-term emotions. Remember Alex and Ben? 10 years later, the difference isn't just the cars they drive, it's the choices those cars allowed them to make. Ben has investments growing quietly in the background. He has more flexibility, more options, less financial stress. Alex may still be making payments on newer and newer cars, always chasing the next upgrade. Neither outcome happened overnight. It happened one monthly payment at a time. And that's the real lesson. Most people don't stay broke because of one catastrophic financial mistake. They stay broke because of dozens of small decisions that feel harmless in the moment. A car payment, a subscription, an impulse purchase, another upgrade. Each one seems small. Together, they shape an entire financial future. The truth is, wealth isn't usually built through dramatic moves. It's built through consistent habits, the ability to delay gratification, the willingness to ignore social pressure, and the discipline to let money grow instead of constantly spending it. The next time someone tells you it's only $650 a month, pause for a second. Don't just ask whether you can afford the payment. Ask what that payment could become if you invested it instead. Because financial freedom isn't about driving the nicest car. It's about reaching the point where your money works for you instead of you working for your payments. And sometimes, the fastest road to wealth isn't driving a more expensive car. It's keeping more of your money on your side.